cater for veteran Nollywood actors, the girl child, we take the help of the girl child, and then we advocate for that young child on the street that is going through any form of abuse.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So you can have, I don't have any more.
You have.
I know.
Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí, ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọmọ Oòduà tó ní sójú wòran yín o láti iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì Wo TV náà la wà níbi tá a ti máa ń dá bí ẹdun tá a ti ń rọ̀ bí òwe bó jẹ́ pé ọba náà ló kúkú forí ẹwà fákùkọ tiwa o. Ẹ kú bójú ọjọ́ ti rí. Tó lónìí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ó tẹ̀síwájú o lórí iṣẹ́ akọni ní í ṣe. Ó wà ní iwájú ẹni tí ó jẹ́ ọ̀gá àgbà pátápátá àti alákòóso àwọn agbófinró ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Kì í ṣe Ìyábọ̀ Òjó nìkan àti àwọn ẹni bí ẹni àti àwọn èèyàn bí èèyàn àti kí n dárúkọ nù wọn Kíkí wà nù lára àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ lónìí àtàwọn míì náà tí wọ́n jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ láti wádìí àti láti mọ pàtó kí ni tó fà á tí ìwọ́de ìní tá a pè lóníwọ́rọ́wọ́ tí ó máa fi di tí ó máa kálẹ̀ tó máa fi ní wọ́n wọ́gi lé pé kò ní wáyé mọ́. Tó ibẹ̀ náà la wà o, ẹ já darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ká mọ bí ọ̀hún ti rí, kí ló ń wí àti kí ni ohun tá a fẹ́ gbọ́ lálàyé lẹ́nu wọn. Ó ti yá.
Okay, my name is Idris Bello Emirati Africa. I'm a public relations officer.
My name is Rita Lamine. I'm an health information officer.
My name is Isaac Moses. I'm a gospel singer and also a driver to Ìyábọ̀ Òjó.
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction. We all now have a full understanding of everybody in this room. So without wasting much time, I will hand over the floor to Madam Ìyábọ̀ Òjó to tell us why we are here today.
Okay, I would like my legal team to handle that because we already have sent a letter to respect of what we want to talk to, so we want them to handle it. So I'm Felipe and myself.
We are very pleased to be in your midst, sir. We are very glad that you are hosting us despite the short notice. I must use this medium to commend the Nigerian Police Force, the Lagos Police Command, for the meritorious service
Tó ọ̀rọ̀ náà ni ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn tí wọ́n ṣe lálàyé lórí ohun tó fà á tí ìwọ́de
very pleased to be in your midst, sir.
wọ́n
We are
wọ́pẹ́.
very glad that you are hosting us despite the short notice. I must use this medium to commend the Nigerian Police Force, the Lagos Police Command, for the meritorious service.
Tó ẹ wo ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ó dàbẹ̀ ni pé ó ń ṣe bákan o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá ṣe lálàyé ní kúkú fún yín lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ohun tó mú wọn gbé ìgbésẹ̀ yìí gangan láti lọ yọjú sí ẹni tó jẹ́ kọmíṣánná ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá nípínlẹ̀ Èkó, ohun náà ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ wádìí lórí àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ míì, kí làwọn ìgbésẹ̀ míì tó wà ńlẹ̀ tí ẹ̀yin aráalé ò tí ì gbọ́ sí, tí ẹ̀ tí ì mọ̀ sí. Ibo níṣẹ́ ti dé dúró, kí làwọn ohun tí wọ́n ti ṣe níṣẹ́, kí làwọn àbọ̀ tó jẹ́ kí wọ́n jẹ́ fáráàlú, àti lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ti ìwọ́de èyí tí mo mẹ́nu bà lákọ̀ọ́kọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni ohun tí wọ́n torí ẹ̀ lọ síwájú kọmíṣánná láti lọ ṣèwádìí o. Èyí náà ni kókó ohun tí a ní ká mú wá fún yín lórí ètò tòní. Ní báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká tún darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ká tẹ̀síwájú nínú.
The reflection of who a Nigerian youth is. This is a young man that was struggling. This is a young man who believes in dignity of labor. This is a young man who was a carpenter and who strived he believed in his dreams. He became a singer, and on the pathway of greatness, he felt that he could liaise with people who were on top of the game, and that led him to Naira Marley. Unfortunately, their collaboration could not go on, and they parted ways. After a series of events, the young man discovered that he was being harassed, he was being intimidated, he was being threatened, and he made a petition to the Assistant Inspector General of Police Force Criminal Department at Alagon. Till date, we do not know what has become of that petition. Sir, I recognize that there is superiority in the Nigerian police force, and I also recognize that the Nigerian police force is a creation of the law, and the law does not recognize persons, is not a respecter of persons regardless of status and class. The Nigerian police force has, not formally, but we heard that because MOHBAD did not show up, the petition was not taken up. But we know too well that even in court, virtual hearing is being done. We want officers that are found to be culpable of dereliction of duty. Officers of the Nigerian police force that did not take up that petition to be disciplined. That is our number one demand. Because if that petition had been acted upon, MOHBAD would not have died. I believe so. That petition shows that some suspects who I know are innocent until they are proven guilty are above the law. It is an assumption, and I want the Nigerian police force to correct that notion. The second thing, sir, that we are demanding for is that henceforth, any petition that is submitted to the Nigerian police force, Lagos Police Command, or wherever, is a suggestion, sir. Same should be digitalized. Same should be computerized. And any officer assigned to such petition, there should be what we call evaluation reports. The third thing is that, sir, we recognize we are aware that the NDLEA, although they denied, but we know too well that anybody that is not connected to NDLEA cannot have NDLEA vests. Who are those that gave MOHBAD some substance to drink, some liquid to drink?
According to this video that we made,
we are demanding for expeditious, immediate interagency cooperation. NDLEA is a creation of the law, and there is no agency as well vested with the powers of the law like the Nigerian Police Force. We want the Nigerian Police Force to summon officers of the Lagos Police of the NDLEA Command, Lagos Command, especially those in the axis of Lekki. They should tell us what they know about the substance that was given to that young man. Because the Nigerian youth need periodical briefing. The Nigerian youth need weekly briefing on MOHBAD, because we do not want it to escalate. We do not want it to degenerate. We do not want people to take law into their hands. Because if they do, lives, properties may be at risk. And that is not what we are standing for. Otherwise, we would have gone to the streets. Otherwise, we would have been carrying placards. But we are civilized people. We are people who knows that there is law in this country. And the law of this country is not a respecter of anybody. And it is on that trust, sir. It is on that solemn belief, sir. It is on that firm belief, sir, that we are in your office, sir. And we know that you will not put us to shame. We know the IG is on top of this issue. But you, our closest neighbor. Because if anything goes wrong in Lagos, you'll be the first point of call, sir. The next thing, sir, is that we are demanding for coroner inquest. We have written to the governor of Lagos State. We have written to the Speaker of House of Assembly. As we live here, we'll be writing to the Chief Coroner, Honorable Justice Mojisola Dada. We know too well that the office of Femi Falana and some other offices have written to show that MOHBAD's death is crying for justice. We have seen rallies in Abeokuta, rallies in Akure, rallies in Ekiti, rallies in Delta. It has become a national issue. We are asking for coroner inquest. We want the police to spread their nets to his friends, to his wife, to his anybody, because he is a light. He symbolizes the strength and the hope of the typical less privileged. That our youth are unemployed. So if somebody has found a gainful employment, a gainful means, a gainful craft, it should be applauded. Sir, MOHBAD has the fear of God. That is why he did not engage in drugs. Because if he did not have the fear of God, if he's not well cultured, if he's not well bred, if he's not a son that remembers where he's coming from, most likely he would have engaged in drugs, illicit drugs. For this purpose, sir, we want you to put your searchlights in the music industry.
Yes. Yes.
We are not just coming here for the sake of needless activism. We want you to put your searchlight in the music industry.
Yes.
This must come. The promotion of illicit drugs, hard drugs, must come to an end, sir. The last but not the least, sir, is that fingers have been pointing on some certain people. Some people have been seen to be associated with, they have some political leanings, political affiliation. They've been seen to be dining and wining with the traditional stool. They've been seen and dining with our political leaders. And I believe that it is
ọ̀rọ̀ náà lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn yẹn o. Àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń béèrè fún lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ alákòóso àti ọ̀gá àgbà pátápátá ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àwọn náà ni wọ́n ń ṣe lálàyé tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ yẹn o. Àkọ́kọ́, wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìwé ọjọ́sí tó ẹ má jẹ́ ń gbọ̀rọ̀ sọ lẹ́nu, ẹ jíjà padà sọ̀hún ká máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ èyí tí wọ́n ń ṣe lálàyé fún wa lọ. Ó ti yá.
They've been seen and dining with our political leaders, and I believe that it is
tó ẹ ṣáà má ẹ gbà wá bá ṣe lé láàárọ̀ yìí lórí ètò àwọn ẹ̀rọ alátagbà ẹ ti mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe wá ṣe lálàyé fún wa lọ wípé lára ìwé tí MOHBAD ti kọ ṣọwọ́ sí àwọn ọlọ́pàá, kí ló dé tó fi jẹ́ wípé lẹ́yìn tó kú tán,
whatever people's views, she is not in any way related to the young man we are talking here. And I believe this young man has become a rallying point to all fathers, to all mothers, to all young ones. And we so much believe that if indeed there is law in this country, and indeed Nigeria Police Command, Lagos State Police Command, that has been entrusted in your care, can show to the world in no distant time that the culprit of this young man, the culprit of the cause of the death of this young man, whether remotely or whatever, will be found. Sir, I can assure you that the Nigerian police force will receive immense encouragement. Lastly, there are a lot of
tó bàbá ìbáyà ń tó fẹ́ ká máa ṣe ni pé ká máa gé kúkúkú, wọ́n bá tún ti dá wa padà á tún darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn, àmọ́ nítorí pé wọ́n tún ti sákò lára fẹ́fẹ́ ẹja máa bá ètò lọ. Ìwé yìí ó jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ tí wọ́n ń béèrè, ìdí pàtàkì táwọn ọlọ́pàá ṣe mójúmù lára ìwé ọ̀hún nígbà tí ìwé yẹn
investigation that will not really elicit them coming to the police because they are afraid, or probably some plainclothes men can visit them so that we can move swiftly.
Sorry, sir, I want to cut into what you have said. Thank you so much, man. Good afternoon once again. Based on what you have said, I have had a lot of young ones, most especially in the music industry, the young upcoming ones, and they have kept accusing Sam Larry. Yeah, they are accusing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not the one accusing them. They call me, they tell me he has harassed them, he has bullied them, he has collected money from them forcefully. And some of them have posted the videos online. There are not videos online about this. It's not like we are just saying what we don't know. It's there. And these people, some of them at least, they are still alive. It's only MOHBAD that is late now. But at least when MOHBAD did his video, he was alive. So it's also an evidence, right? So, sir, these children, what they tell me, or these young ones, they're like, if we come at now, the little evidence that are out there, Sam Larry has not been brought in for questioning. So how safe can they be when they now come and give their own evidence? What is the assurance when MOHBAD is dead with all his videos that has been trending on social media about Sam Larry, even some videos that we saw where Sam Larry came when Zlatan and MOHBAD were having a recording this year, and we don't know if he's already being questioned or is with the right authorities, because if he's being questioned, then these young ones can have the courage to want to say, okay, this man that is bullying us, because as far as they are concerned, and I am concerned, it's my observation, he's a bully. If he's been bullying these young ones, and he's still out there or somewhere, because we saw a video of some of his boys that came and said they are his boys, nothing is going to happen, they will do this and do that. You know, sending out threats. And we need to understand that these young ones that are complaining, they are still teenagers. They cannot be bold and strong like we, their mothers or fathers that are here seated today, fighting on their behalf. So we need you, sir, to use your good officer to let them know, the public know, because there's a lot of them. There are a lot of them out there that really want justice. And we need to make the environment safe for our young ones. We call them the leaders of tomorrow, sir. And if they are not safe, that all of them, that's why most of them, apart from the hardship going on in the country, the Japa syndrome is also part of the fact that they don't feel safe in their own country, sir. If we can help them get this man, who they claim is a thief, and do a proper investigation, so that these young ones can have the courage to come on board and lay their claims. And some of them have evidence, because most times they record. You know, young ones have a way of recording all these incidents, and they can put it on board so that he can be brought to justice if truly he is found guilty, so that he can serve an example for other ones out there who want to be bullying these children, harassing them, you know, and spreading this fear into these young children. Because music in our society today has really put Nigeria on that map, and we would not like some few sets of people to come and destroy that for us, sir. That's one thing, sir. Another thing is that for me, I got an information about a young boy who was also under Naramali's label. And I found out that he had mental health. His mother came to cry out to a certain club called Gislova, and I got that information through my DM that I should please help visit this boy, which I did. I made a video. What we posted on social media, the video was already the interview was already half done, and I had my reasons for not starting live with the interviews, because I wanted to keep some information private. The videos are with me. I'm going to be giving it to you, sir, so that you can listen to it. I would appreciate. It took a lot of effort for us to get this boy to even come out. The mother really wanted him to come out because she's also suffering from hypertension. She's afraid that she might die anytime, or if this problem is not solved. And who will now look after this boy who has mental health issues now, and who is one of our strong, I'm sorry. So, sir, please, I would like this boy to be brought in, interviewed and questioned, find out what exactly is going on with him, whatever transpired between him and Naramali, you know, and we are trying on our own part, the NGOs and a lot of our fans out there are really supporting the guy. They'll be sending money to him so that he can get treatment. We've made arrangements for that. He's already getting treatment as we speak. He's getting treatment already. But they are also they are still afraid. We don't know why. We don't know what must have transpired for them to be so much afraid. But I gave them so much confidence that I still believe in you, sir. And I told them, I said, nothing will happen to you, because I know you will protect him and he will get the right treatment, because he's a young boy that is just trying to survive, sir. And there's a lot of them out there that are going through the same.
I am stressed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So please, sir. Sir. MOHBAD is gone already. It's a pity. I had that opportunity to be with him 1 or 2 times, but unfortunately, he didn't tell us much. I didn't know much. But at least this DJ Splash, right? He's still very much alive. And we need you to please help save this boy's life and find out, and whoever it is that is truly behind what he's going through, be brought to book, so that other young ones can have the courage when they're going through such to run to you people and say, oh, please help us. And we need, maybe like you said, an online platform that they know that when they go through, they can send information or send a phone number or something to, you know. I know Officer Benjamin is on social media and is one of the people they always run through tag, you know, to send information to. But sometimes these informations are written out there, you don't know who is seeing it and who is going back to threaten them. So if they can get, like, you know, an email or, you know, a website that they can go to, make their complaint, and there's fast response, you know, it will also help these young ones to be able to come out whenever there's a problem and to state their problems. So that's it for me. Okay.
For our protocol, like I said earlier, my name is Pẹlu. My point is, what the lawyer has said, he has actually summed most of it up. But there are some salient questions and some salient positions that we, the people that are asking for justice for MOHBAD, are asking. We know that, as we heard, that they want to exhume the corpse of MOHBAD. We'd like to know how soon that will be. We might not be able to know when, because of security or whatever reason, but we'd like to know how soon that is going to be. And also, we would like to know how soon the autopsy report and every other thing will be. And also, a lot of times, the chemistry between the police force and the public is still streamlined to a large extent. A lot of times, communication solves a lot of problems. There's still a gap between the Nigerian police and the public. The truth of the matter is, just as we have bad eggs in the society, we also have bad eggs in the force as well. But we believe that it is not everybody that is actually negative. There are still some people that are upright and stand for the right thing, which is why we believe that what the cause we're fighting for, if it is well treated and urgently treated and we get justice, we believe for the Nigerian police force would increase in the minds of the public. This is an avenue for the force to prove to us that justice can still be gotten anyhow. That is one. Two, we are also seeking. Okay.
I'm not on social media. It's a personal time with them.
Well, it's also informative.
Okay. Maybe I can't see you.
tó òun náà lẹ ti ń gbọ́ láti àárọ̀ láti ọ́fíìsì ẹni tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá àgbà àtàlákòóso àwọn ọlọ́pàá yányán ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, àwọn ìbéèrè kàǹkà ìlọ́lọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan tó ti ń tẹ̀léra wọn pé báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ gbà wá, ibo lẹ fẹ́ já wa sí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, kí làwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń béèrè fún, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lẹ ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn tí wọ́n ń ṣàtótónu ẹ̀ láti àárọ̀. Irú ikú àbádè èyí tó pa MOHBAD yìí, ìlérí olúwa Ọládìméjì ọmọ Alọ́ba, pàápàá wọ́n tẹ̀síwájú, wọ́n ṣe àlàyé lórí èrò wọn àti ìyà tí wọ́n kọ sí nípa ti ohun mímu èyí tí wọ́n ní wọ́n fún ọmọdékùnrin yìí mu nígbà tí ó wà ní àkàtà wọn. Tòun ti bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n tẹ̀síwájú, wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àti wú òkú Mohbad àti pé àyẹ̀wò fínífíní ìdáwọ̀ olóyìnbó ń pè ní autopsy, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n mẹ́nubà níkọ̀ọ̀kan o. Àmọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ kí ni pàtó èrò tí àwọn agbófinró ní àti kí ni àlàkalẹ̀ ètò èyí tó ti wà ńlẹ̀ láti mú wọn kẹsẹ̀ járí gbogbo àwọn ètò wọn èyí tó wà ńlẹ̀ wọ̀nyí. Èyí náà la ní ká mú wá fún yín lórí ètò lónìí. Àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ti mọ̀ wípé lórí ètò tòní ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa ó ń ṣe bákan bákan, àmọ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà ẹ gbà wá bá a ṣe rí. Ètò sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ lọ́hùn-ún, àmọ́ bí ojú òpó bá tún ti já gaara a ó tún darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn lọ́hùn-ún. Àmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní ọ̀rọ̀ láti sọ àbí ìbéèrè, a ó ṣe ojú òpó lẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin náà ó ní àǹfààní àti pè wọlé láti béèrè ìbéèrè tẹ́ ẹ bá ní àbí láti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fojú wo ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún àti àtẹ̀kọ́ sí i. Àlàyé lórí ẹ̀ ní àǹfààní láti pè sórí ètò. Àmọ́ ní báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká sì máa tẹ̀síwájú nínú àwọn atótónu tiwa. Ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ikú Mohbad yìí náà ló sì ń jà ńlẹ̀ ràn yìí o, nítorí pé adùn ṣe bí n tọ́lọ́run bá lọ́wọ́ sí aṣòro ṣe bí n tẹ́tù màá bá wá fẹsẹ̀ sí tò ẹja darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ká tó tẹ̀síwájú.
Because the reason why that guy had died is majorly because, and the reason why everybody is so unsettled about his death is the fact that he wants justice and to put an end to bullying, to harassment, to any form of abuse in for the younger generation. That is why he's calling for justice. So apart from finding out who are the people behind the death of Mohbad, we are also seeking protection and a voice against any form of bullying to any youth in any Nigerian youth. And the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, it is believed, which I don't believe that is absolutely true, that these bullies have protections.
Tó àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ náà lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn o lọ́lọ́kan ọ̀jọ̀kan, nítorí pé kò sí ohun méjì tí gbogbo ayé ń béèrè fún, òun náà ni ìdájọ́ òdodo. Nítorí pé ẹ̀dá kan gbọ́dọ̀ pa ẹ̀dá kan jayé, a ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ìgbé pé ẹja lẹja máa jẹ sanra, nítorí pé àforóyaró ni wọ́n nírú wọn ò ní jẹ́ kó ró tán lẹ̀. Gbogbo apani ẹ̀dá náà ni ò ní gbà kí wọ́n mú dà burúkú kọjá lórí òun o. Àmọ́ gbogbo ẹni tó bá wà láyé tó bá ń sápamọ́ sábẹ́ òkùnkùn tó ń tafà sínú ìmọ́lẹ̀ kó máa rántí pé bọ́ba ayé ò bá rí òun tọ̀run ń wo òun, àwa ò mọ̀ àwa ò rí, àmọ́ ẹnìkan wà tó mọ̀ tó rí tó gbọ́ ju gbogbo ohun tá a gbọ́ tá a mọ̀.
Tó ẹja ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn. The drug abuse is scary, and it's one that it's unsettling. We know. I was saying it in my life that in the next 3 to 4 years, we'll be picking back people on the street. And that is not what we stand for in the entertainment industry. We have people that are naturally talented, that can express themselves without taking drugs. It is not the antecedents for what we stand for in entertainment. We want to be able to change the narratives. And to be able to change the narrative, we need you, sir, to be able to help us. When I came in, I was talking to Kiki. I said, if you see Kiki on social media, you would think she would take heavy drugs. But she's not. She's okay. That is what we should represent. That is what the Nigerian youth, that is what the social media influencers should represent. The truth of the matter is that the time that this same individual had a case, and people like us spoke, and we said that this act will snowball
I said it 5 years ago that this act will snowball on our youth. It's going to be negative and it's going to be grave. I didn't know that this was going to happen there, but I knew the implication of the fact that it's a mind thing. The moment our youth have this thing that this is the right thing, that's the direction they are going. And the mind is a very, very strong tool. What happens in the mind happens to manifest to the physical. And when it manifests to the physical, we have a chaos. So please, sir, we need you to be able to help us, to be able to get sanity and be able to get justice against bullying and harassment and any form of abuse. Because when we are advocating for what we are advocating for, we need your backup for us to get the way forward. Last but not least, we are advocating to have a proper burial for MOHBAD. We want to have a proper burial for him, so we will need to speak with the family, and then we need your consent so that we can go ahead to be able to because it's not MOHBAD from the family or Aloba anymore. It has become a national entity.
I spoke to the mother already.
So the mother has agreed. So we will, if we have a date, if we have an idea,
them the father to also the father's family to agree on that.
Exactly.
And we need you to please help us use your humble office to speak to the father who does allow, because we do not like the way he was born. We would like to give him a son tomorrow burial, because it serves as a symbol of strength and voice for his other ones, and also we want him to be buried in a very
proper way and
proper, respectful way.
And also protection for the wife and the son is very, very key and germane. That is the only thing those are the only things that we will remember of MOHBAD. It is very, very key, even beyond the physical, what we are saying. Sometimes, I'm sorry, we can have secret security on them because they are the target right now. We do not understand the danger that these people are in. We know that God will protect them, and the one that has died will not die in vain. But we also believe that we should also take physical appropriate steps so that we can protect this young lad and the mother. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. Once again, we are very, very peaceful Nigerians. We do not like chaos because we have our lives and properties to protect as well. But what we just don't like is injustice. Any form of abuse, we will fight against it. And the fact that you have reached out to us, we believe that it's because you want us to collaborate and work to achieve greatness and to achieve success on the matters arising. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Sorry, sir, I'm going to have to disagree. I've spoken to the mother, and like I said, she has agreed that she should be properly buried after the autopsy. We want to hear from you if that is going to really happen. Autopsy, like you said, we want to find out about that. We want to know if the investigations has already started ongoing already about his death, because there's a lot of stories surrounding his death. We really appreciate that. And sir, we would like to help. We want you to help us use your good office to find out a way that a law can be put out there that if a young
tó lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń gbọ́ yìí náà ni o, iwájú ọ̀gá àgbà ẹni tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá àgbà àwọn ọlọ́pàá agbófinró ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, ibẹ̀ náà ni aṣùwà àti tí wọ́n ń tàpóró ọ̀rọ̀ sọ lórí kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí ìjọba ó ṣe lórí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ikú Mohbad, àti pàápàá jùlọ báwo ni ọ̀rọ̀ ààbò lórí ìyàwó àtọmọ Mohbad ló ṣe fẹ́ mẹ́sìkẹsẹ̀ járí, nítorí pé ọ̀pẹ̀kẹ́tẹ̀ ń dàgbà inú Ádámù á máa bàjẹ́.
Stories surrounding his death. We really appreciate that. And sir, we would like to help. We want you to help us use your good office, sir, to find out a way that a law can be put out there that if a young
tó ẹ gbà wá bá ṣe rí iṣẹ́ ẹ̀rọ alátagbà wa náà nìyẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe wá ń sọ lọ wípé ààbò lórí ọmọ àtaya Mohbad kókó ọ̀kúndúndùn òun náà ló jẹ́nu gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí nítorí pé gbé máa re gbé òun ṣojú kò dàbí olójú òun ṣẹ̀yìn tó ẹja tún darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn.
We're talking about Sam Larry, Naira Marley. They're not the ones that physically killed him, you know, if he was killed. So that autopsy is extremely important. It has to happen first. Understanding the cause of his death, who surrounded him in that period, interrogating every single party that was involved, and then taking it from there. You know, so I think the autopsy is extremely important. Another thing that I want to point out, because I'm on live, it's my first time on live, and everyone just feels like the police are not going to do anything. That's all I'm seeing. There's 2,000 comments, the police are not going to do anything. You guys are wasting your time, go home. So clearly, Nigerians don't trust the police. And I mean, you can't really blame them. There's certain things that have happened where we don't really feel like we've had the protection of the police. So I really feel like this is an important time for the Nigerian police to rise up to the occasion. You know, people feel like maybe Sam Larry or whoever else is involved has paid the police, or they're going to pay them off, and for that reason, the police are not supposed to do anything. And so because we have that impression, I feel like it's imperative for the Nigerian police to ensure that that mentality is wiped away from the public. This is just an opportunity to rise to the occasion, in my opinion.
2 seconds intervention.
Yes,
I was going to add to what Chairman just said. Fundamentally, you know, I've heard people speak about this particular issue, and you realize that we are in a place where people are of the opinion, including myself, that some Nigerians are better than some other Nigerians. Mm-hmm. But what you should actually be in the real sense is, no Nigerian is better than other Nigerian. At the end of the day, when we all die, everybody's going to go on the ground with absolutely nothing that we have right now. And that is why it is very, very important in this moment that we give the youth especially that hope. It is very, very important, because I personally, I said in a video I made that I've lost hope in the system. And this is from my own personal experiences. I've had cases that I've taken to the police station and nothing happened. I've had cases where I was not at fault, but because somebody got there before me or spoke before me, I ended up being at fault. And these are the things that scare me personally. And that's why I said it could be absolutely anybody. So this fight is not just a fight of, I want you to, sir, please, I really love and appreciate the fact that you are so warm and welcoming, and that alone is giving me another type of hope, which I really hope that this meeting would also, you know, be an extension for other people that are watching this video live. And I just really want that this particular occurrence can give people that extra hope, because you see, sir, with hope comes the courage and confidence to speak. When people don't have hope, then there's not going to be any courage. You see, I also understand that a lot of the videos and pictures and whatnot that we see on Instagram might not be relevant or usable, or I don't know, to you, but people actually have to come out and say, oh, I was there, I saw this happened. But how exactly are they going to come out to say that or to do that if they have no hope in the system? So the reason we are asking to know how it is going, what is happening on, and when it is happening, is so that other people who can come out to say meaningful things that will help the society at large will have the courage to come up and say, okay, yes, I can actually say this and do this, and something will be done about it. That something will not be done about it is the major fear. And as long as that fear exists, I'm afraid that we might not be able to do anything. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for giving us so much hope in this conversation, and we are simply hoping for the best.
And, sorry, I want to say this for the last, I'll try and make this my last. Okay, because you know me, I have raised a lot of youths, young ones, and I have a lot of youths that I'm raising, so they bring a lot of questions to me. Our children, we also grew up with the fear of knowing that you can't come out openly and be threatening people and not get repercussions of it. We need you, sir, to help us look into the law, or those that are writing the law,
to help us take this to them, that we as parents, we are very much concerned because our children now believes that when you come on social media and threaten anybody, nothing will happen. Because they believe that the police force believes that social media is just a child's play. To them, it is not a child's play. We need to accept the fact that social media has come to stay for now. And a lot of our young ones learn and pick up a lot of things from social media. So if you come on social media and you threaten somebody's life and you get away with it, you are actually teaching another child that he or she can do same. And they don't just, and you know children, when you give them one thing and they do it and you don't caution them about it, you know, they will do 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. And then before you know, killings will start to happen. Because if they can come and threaten your life and nothing is done, they can also come and kill you on life and expect that nothing will be done because you have not gone to the police to report it. There has to be a law where these young ones need to know, or the elderly ones, or whoever it is, that you cannot come on social media and threaten people's life and there will not be a repercussion for it.
Thank you. Just a few.
Among maybe an office needs to be created in the Lagos Police Command. Lagos is a center of excellence, and I believe other police commands will follow up, will imitate good things from Lagos Police Command. Probably, sir, maybe you should create a social media desk, whereby there's an officer, so that probably it might reduce the burden of the PRO, an officer dedicated, an office dedicated to receive complaints from the social media on cyberbullying, on harassment, on things that emanate from social media, so that they know that, okay, if I go to at Lagos Police Command public office desk, a Twitter handle should be created purposely for that. It will stand this time.
That's what you want. Sorry, please. That's not even what I'm saying. In the foreign world, if you come on, that's part of it. But in the foreign world, you cannot go on social media and start threatening somebody's life. I'm sure before that life ends, there's going to be a task force at your door. So that's what I'm saying. There has to be a rapid response for that. That when you come on social media and threaten anybody's life, that person needs to be picked up. So that these children will not think that it's fun for you to come and threaten anybody's life and then you will not get a repercussion for it. It will slow down the rate at which all this gang fighting and killing and abuse and threat is happening. Because many times this boy, MOHBAD, came on social media, did join these people that were harassing him, and nothing was done. Nothing was done, and that was why they kept all these other videos that is now circulating. They had it, but when they released 1 or 2, 3 and nothing was done, they kept the rest. Because they kept telling them that if you put it on social media, it's no longer in evidence. And so that is why these other bad eggs that feels that if you go and harass him and he records or nothing is going to happen, they keep coming to do it. And it's not like they're just harassing them. They come out and then they actually actualize it by going out, beating them, stabbing them, doing a whole lot of things to them. Okay. So once anybody comes on social media to harass anybody, there should be a rapid response that is monitoring all these things that would go for them. Because I know that you're humble all this year and do these things, so that we can keep our children safe. It's very important, sir. Okay.
Thank you. Just a few minutes, a few seconds of intervention. My colleague, my male colleague, another person that's spoken, they have touched literally everything, so I don't have much to say. I adopt their position as mine, and I salute CP for his mere quite encouraging and professional. Mine is more of an appeal, as it were. I know what we call judicial evidence, judicial facts. The police obviously will be under pressure to conclude this investigation on record time. But please, while you are soaking the pressure, do not gloss over detailed investigation. That is the core. The public may say, we want justice just within a week. And the police will say, well, since there's so much pressure, let's just do this thing casually and give our report and let the court decide. The police is the investigator.
Yes.
They can decide to work on judicial facts and not judicial facts. And they will push it to the court. They will push it to the court. With all the noise, when it gets to court, everything will burst like a bubble. It's technical. That's it. Well. So I believe the CP knows what I'm talking about because he has been in this game for years. You can't buy experience in the market. The public is conscious. There is that consciousness locally and international. And as lawyer, we see beyond the bubble. There was a casual statement here that social media is like movie. Coming from that from one of your officers, I wouldn't want to mention him here. And that really offended Madam Yaba here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very well, but that's just by way of an aside. Okay? Now, you can understand the perception of the general public. You can understand the perception of the general public as to what justice is. But for those of us who are lawyers, we tend to see beyond what is on the facade. And that's why I'm appealing specifically that no matter the pressure for you to conclude investigation, please, if you can conclude it tenuously with detailed investigation, so be it. Don't act under pressure and gloss over it and push it to the court. From operational experiences, when you overmark pressure on the police, they will say, okay, is it not because this investigation is on our table, that's why everybody is calling on them? Let's do our work, push it to the court. And if get to the court, we bust. That is not what people are expecting. Officer, I would want to say more. I want you to rely more on my spoken words, not what I've really said. So please, it's an appeal. It's an appeal. Your report is highly expected. Highly expected.
We want what? Justice.
Justice
for Mohbad. We want justice for Mohbad. We want justice for Mohbad. We want justice for Mohbad. We want justice for Mohbad.
So really quickly, sir. So thank you for having us here today. But can I just say, as someone that moved to Nigeria, right? And people have discouraged me every day and ask me why I live in Nigeria. And honest to God, I always say, oh, I have a polling here. I feel like I need to be here. But I feel safe in Nigeria. And every time a story like this comes out, I'm traumatized. I can no longer tell people, oh, move back to Nigeria. I see police officers, I try to see them as my friends, but every time, you know, we're interrogated, we're harassed, even though you might think that, okay, maybe you guys are big, you know, you guys have backing, but sometimes we actually are out on our own on the streets, like just maybe going to buy milk for my daughter and being harassed. It's not nice. And the entertainment industry, we're doing so much to put Nigeria on the map, and I wouldn't really want the young ones to now feel threatened and feel like they have to throw their talent in the bin because of something like this. A lot of us are running away from gang culture in the UK. We do not want it to become something in Nigeria. It's not something that should be glorified. So many black boys have died because of it. Nigeria is not a place where they go around with guns or they fight with knives, even though they'll fight with their fists. Please, let's not glorify things and make it a norm in our society. It's degenerating our society. Our society is not one of that lacks culture. We have a culture, and please, all these traditional rulers as well, we don't want to desecrate the monarchy. We don't want to do these things. Please, all these associations, they need to be looked into. And I'm saying this as somebody that is friends with all of them, with everybody, but it's not that we should live in a society where one is benefiting and the other should be oppressed. It doesn't matter if I'm not being oppressed. Please, sir, like I'm using this platform to please beg you, sir, and thank you so much for your time.
Sir, madam, I just want to appeal to you, sir, on this interfacing between the legal team and the investigation.
Oh God.
Investigation team. That's all. I can be more cordial. That's all.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Now we'll hear from the CP to respond to all that has been said.
As much as you can.
You know, let me welcome you to
Lagos State Police Command Headquarters. I want to start from the last, for obvious reasons. The barrister, he raised a very, very critical issue, and that is the need to manage our investigation under pressure. What this group has done today, you may not appreciate the value. When I spoke with him, the point is that if the space is not stable for police to operate, the justice we are looking for, we are searching for MOHBAD, we can't get it. Why did I say that? We are seated here now, you have generated so much ideas. We could through you feel the pulse of both the family, the members of the public. You have even enlightened me in some other areas. What do you think would have happened? Let's look at it the other way, that we are on the streets and we are firing smoke, doing things. Are we going to have the space to make the progress we have made today? So what you have done now is a clear departure and a clear statement on the way to go. If in truth we are looking for justice for
MOHBAD.
I have had cause to relate to several groups in this process. We must admit that it's not everybody shouting justice for MOHBAD that is looking for justice for MOHBAD.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
And you will discover that those that belong to the other side, they don't mind if the entire society is on fire. They have a different agenda. Then you have made a clear statement that defines your patriotism, your genuine commitment to this drive for justice. And as I mentioned in my reply to you, not just from MOHBAD, I think what you represent is the search for justice, societal justice,
Yes.
which is an umbrella that covers MOHBAD that we are dealing with today. So for this, I wish on behalf of the police, truly appreciate you. I know it's not an easy decision to take, but I think you have set a standard that it is not through we and them engagement, we and them experience that results to be achieved. I think in the true sense of it, you are looking for justice. I'm paid. You are not paid for looking for justice, I'm sure. I'm paid as a policeman to deliver justice. So there is a meeting point. So we are in the same boat. And I appreciate that you could honor my invite for us to talk, harmonize our vision for justice, and agree to work in partnership to deliver this justice. It means a lot. You may underrate, you might just take it over, we are just holding a meeting. No. What you have done now is a huge statement, and the impact will be felt in due course. I'm assure you, because now you have given me the courage, you have given me the assurance of a stable space, and like he said, with this space, now I have no reason not to deliver a quality investigation that will engender the justice, because you are not sharing my attention. So I want to especially thank you and thank I will want to use that as a starting point so that I don't. Now coming to the specifics. My very fiery brother and lawyer, when he was talking, I was just looking at it, saying, this reminds me of the days of Ghana when there was that passion, that burning, and you spoke about trust in the police and the need to use this to change that narrative. One thing I can tell you, and I'm saying it this in my honor, is that under my watch in Lagos, and I think within my period of leadership here, I have made that clear. Whether it's MOHBAD, whether it's any low-level citizen, whether it's whoever, you can be sure that I stand for justice. And the case of MOHBAD will not be a different. You can quote me, you can go to the rest. The only snag is that, like he noticed, the farthest we can go is informed by the much quality of evidential information you can avail of. It's not for us to just stay out there and complain. The much you give to me to help me, the more I will utilize.
Wow.
But you can go to sleep and say the Lagos State Police Command, under my word, as far as this case is concerned, will deliver justice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It is, you are not, I'm not doing you a favor by so doing. That is what will be measured, that is what can be used to measure my commitment to duty, my mandate as a policeman.
Yes.
When we started the case of the murderers of Senator Yayi's aide, there was this same apprehension, oh, nothing will happen. But I can tell you as of today, and I challenge you to check it. Since I came on board here in February to today, there has not been any major case in Lagos State that I have not covered. Go and check it. There has not been any that has happened that impacts on the internal security interest of the Goshen that we have not done. So I'm confident in the capacity of my officers to work with me and get to the root of this. And we will ensure justice. The first CID, I've read so much, I've heard so much. The IG is fully in the picture of that, and I'm sure it is being handled. You are at liberty to follow up. Today we have one of the finest officers heading our first CID address. Yes, one of the finest officers. I will encourage you to interface with him, and then I'm sure he will attend to these concerns. But the one within my space, you can be sure I will do the needful. Digitalization of police complaint process. I truly agree with you. The world is changing. We should be able to leverage on the advantage that technology provides in order to perfect our policing functions. I think in Lagos State we have started that. We have set up the complaint response unit, which is fully digitalized. Maybe when we go down, we will take it through. So when you are talking about police harassment, and is a section in the Police Act to set up complaint response units at state level. The Police Act 2020, but no state has been able to give effect to it. I think Lagos State is the first and so far the only state in this country that has done that under our watch. And it was commissioned about 3 weeks ago or so by the IG. So with this, all the cases of harassment you reference from the comfort of your home, even it has a functionality that takes complaints from the comfort of your home. So you just call in. We have officers 24/7, and it's a full call center equipped with full call center facilities. We call, they will receive the call, and they will activate it, and they will give you feedback. So we check it so that you can extend
that information.
Yes, PRO should you also mentioned the NDLEA. Like I said when we were inaugurating the special investigation team, all pieces of information, all personalities, all centers linked to it, to this case, will be within the radar of our investigation. We are not going to isolate or say one is not relevant, one is. To us, every allegation every suspicion, every insinuation must be cleared. And we will do that. And we also be sure. Routine breathing. I also mentioned that as far as professionally and legally permissible, we'll keep the citizens updated. But for the closed units like this, as the lawyer, for the lawyer to be there, I've already told him you are at liberty to keep interfacing with him. To me, we are not working at cross purposes. As far as I'm concerned, you are also our lawyer because you are also representing a group that is looking for what we are looking for, justice for the victim. So you are free to always interface with him, but please, if he gives you any information, don't betray the trust also. There will be some he will share, but I don't need your input, he might need your, please don't betray that trust. But when we talk of trust, it's across the divide. We also say we do not trust because we also betray us. You two, you do not trust us because we should have a common goal. Okay? And I will hold my sister responsible.
No problem.
All right, coroner inquest. I think it's part of what we are working around, and we are pushing it. We are working it out with the state government already. It will happen.
But does it usually take this long?
Sorry?
Does it usually take this
long? It has legal processes. Okay? And I will always go back to what he said. So, I understand the passion that is burning in us, but we should not rush and stumble and then do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Let's follow the due process. The ones that we can do in the immediate, we already do. The ones that has a process, let's follow it. Okay? That it will be done. Searchlight on the music industry. That is, it's something of serious interest to me. But it is those of the people within the industry that should show commitment. I mean, maybe part of what we could do, I know they have the association and the stuff, or somebody to, I think we can work with them to deal with this concern. If there is bullying within the music industry, if there is prevalent narcotics abuse, I think MOHBAD's death should be utilized as a springboard to change that narrative, or at least to impact positively and to save the upcoming or those that are still experiencing this bullying in silence. So let's put it in the mainstream of public discourse and accept it as a social problem that everybody must work together in addressing. The police certainly in Lagos will be committed to supporting the initiative. Questioning of all suspects, either within or outside the country. That's the fact. We will do that. I have given that command already. Steps have been taken. Contacts have been made. Formal letters sent. And we have started the process, the process of even effecting arrest. And you see, what we are dealing with, like Barrister said, we are investigating homicide, a homicide case, right? We are looking at the immediate. What are the immediate factors that we could gather enough evidence to say, oh, this thing led to death directly, and this person played a role in it. Then we look at the remotes. Like we said, we will explore the impact of all the experiences that this young man had, which must have constituted some level of psychological, emotional torture that pushed him into changing his standard behavior, and how it impacted on his later part of his life. So we are looking at all this, and everybody remotely connected or directly connected, we have listed them out, we are establishing contact with them, and I said it the other day that even if the person is out of the country, somebody with free conscience needs no fear. So if you accuse me, I see no reason why I should run away. And so if they say there's an allegation against you, you've made a name, nationally and internationally, you have a choice. Come and clear your name and move on. If you refuse to do that, we have options. The first option is to declare you wanted. And that will certainly be done if those personalities that we have identified refuse to honor our position.
Thank you. Thank you.
Justice for MOHBAD. The second option is to deploy our Interpol tools. And wherever you are in this world, that is why we have the Interpol. We will definitely get you back to answer for the criminal allegations against you. So for those of you, you are close down there, if you have contacts with them, is to encourage them. They have an option to destroy their image eternally or to come and play it. But to keep running, the farther they run, the faster we run after them. I'm sure we'll
But can the police keep the public informed with all these steps?
Sorry?
Can the police keep the public informed with all of these steps? So I appreciate that you're going to do X, Y, Z. Can we be told when it's being
professionally
done?
and legally permissible.
Okay.
If we do, and it has no legal implication, it will also not impact on the, it will not jeopardize our investigation. It will not be in public interest to even say it. Okay, if I want to go and arrest somebody tomorrow and I have information, I'm sure you will not expect that I come and say tomorrow I'm going to. But the ones that the progress we make and that is safe to present to the public without frustrating or impacting negatively on what we're doing, please respect that we are doing it for the overall. Don't take it as if we are considered. Okay? That will be open, will be accountable.
That's all I ask. Accountability.
Witness protection. This issue has come up again, so I think right now the DCOps. The DCOps, the OCSID should immediately now extend the police protection to the families of the deceased. Immediately. Okay?
Nice one.
I don't want to mention names. You mentioned the names of those you questioned. We have a wider compilation. And like I said, we have officially written to all of them, giving them dates to report, and that if they fail to meet that deadline, we declare them written clearly.
Amen.
Because our people, they've been mentioning the laws, the people that were there. So, sorry, the guy was, in the main
Sorry, sir. I just want to clarify something because the grammar is good, but in natural terms. So what the CP has just told us now is that the people that people are insinuating to be involved in one way or the other, CP, sir, you're telling us that you've written letters to them. Yes. Inviting them to come in, and that in that letter it is boldly written
tó gbogbo àlàyé ọ̀rọ̀ èyí tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ òun náà ńlẹ tí wọ́n ti ń ṣàtótónu lórí ẹ̀ fún yín láti àárọ̀ yẹn o. Mo sọ fún yín níbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wípé a béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ òun ló fẹ́ díẹ̀ gbọ́. Wọ́n tẹpẹlẹ mọ́rọ̀ yìí, wọ́n gbègbésẹ̀ láti lọ yọjú iṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá àgbà àwọn agbófinró nípínlẹ̀ Èkó wípé iṣẹ́ kàn yín o, toró kan ló kàn ẹ́ o kàn gbàgbà ẹ̀yin níṣẹ́ yìí kàn sáà. Níbo lẹ fẹ́ bá wa gbégbà, ọ̀nà wo lẹ fẹ́ bá wa gbégbà, báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe tá a ṣe fẹ́ já síbi tó yẹ ká já sí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Àmọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ atótónu èyí tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ àlàyé tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ lórí ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ bá ọ̀rọ̀ kú já òun náà lẹ́tí gbọ́ látàárọ̀ yẹn o tó ojú òpó tí wọ́n ti já sí eré
The invitation. For those that,
Please, can we please, sorry, please, can we just allow
Let him finish.
Please, whatever question we have, please, let him just finish. When he's done, then we can now ask questions, please.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, exhumation, are we going to do it? Yes, we will do it. And that process will be completed, I'm sure, very, very soon.
We are talking about they are exhuming his body very, very soon.
Like,
they are exhuming his body very, very soon. So, that's what going to be done. Justice for MOHBAD.
So we are perfecting the process, the paperwork, and the pathology, the nature of the notes has but I'm sure that God's grace, between now and weekend, we should be done.
Wonderful. Well done.
No.
Thank you for that information. No, we can.
An autopsy will be done.
The father.
Not the result, please. Not the result.
An autopsy.
But not the result.
An autopsy.
Yeah.
When is done, how he was still alive in that grave?
Yes. Sister also mentioned the need for us to always take complaints from the industry seriously to prevent tragic outcomes like this. Well, I'm sure the experiences you raised there, I might be wrong. Maybe they weren't under my watch, and perhaps not even under Lagos State Police Command. For this, the decision to set up a special investigation team born out, I could have mainstreamed the investigation, but I wanted to keep a tap on everything and to make sure that this team is completely dedicated to this case. So with this approach, we can be sure that we will reach a conclusive end. It can't be an open-ended thing. And I was confident of progress we could make within the next 2 weeks. That's why I said the interim report should be ready within 2 weeks. And I still stand by that.
He said 2
so
weeks.
in 2 weeks, I should be able to gather all of us together and say, this is where we are. This is the progress we have.
We are coming back in 2 weeks. We are coming back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
By then the autopsy would have been done, maybe results would have been out, and maybe they would have arrested or declared wanted or extradited something.
Yeah, sure, you'll be well. The burial you are planning for, I truly agree with you that, I would be glad if you choose to give it a more benefiting burial. But the decision does not lie with the police. So once the family, the parents, I will advise you talk to the father, then not just the mom, because I think they are separate.
Yes.
So I think the father has a choice. For me, I will encourage the process.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
But sir,
What if he fail?
Could be questioned and interrogated as well.
Who?
I said even family members could be questioned and interrogated. Yeah.
And what? Sorry, sir. What if the father refused to?
Allow him to finish. That will be question time if need be. Please,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, protection of the family, I think that has been done. Losing hope in the police for not doing things right. Well, you don't have to. Because I can tell you with confidence that that will not happen under my watch. It will not. So, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. The danger in losing hope is that you won't be able to change the system. So just believe it can work, and then let's work together to make it work. Yeah, but don't let the pressure be too choking. Like now asking, who are you going to? Okay, videos. The evidential value of videos. I've said it over and over again. All the videos circulating, to me, they have evidential value. They
Thank you,
could
sir.
give us
Thank you,
insight,
sir.
a wider picture
Yes.
from where we can draw specific conclusions. So we are working on all of them. It was in fact in the course of looking at some that I saw raking.
So we still have some young ones that want to come up and bring.
Please, that's the point
They
I'm
just
trying.
don't know
Where
if they are safe and everything.
Come on.
We need you to help us tell them that and where they can go to or call so that they can bring all those evidence.
We have lawyers here. And my choice to start from what you said is to appeal to our individual associations. We can stay out there and see evil and will not talk. Like he said, when you take the case to court, it's turned to pieces. Those people that have this, that are privileged to have these arrangements, that can help us, please encourage them to come.
Where to where?
We'll come through the lawyers too.
They can come to
So if they bring the videos now, they can be used.
Of course, we'll study it, we'll go through it. And if they have anything, not those. Please, I don't see any need for us to have these fears or no. Now, if indeed you are interested in justice for MOHBAD, I think you too now you have an opportunity to assist us with the
Right.
yes. So that at the end, if you do not, me too, I will transfer the blame to you.
So I think it's important that we devise something clear where people can send their videos to. Is it better for them to bring it straight to the police, or does it make sense to maybe send it to Iyabo and Iyabo brings it? I feel like people should have one platform that they all send their evidence to.
There are different options, please. You could, if you choose to come over, even if you come to my office, I will happily receive you and guide you to the direct guide. You have lawyers. They can meet the lawyers, they will even give the brief. Lawyers can come. What matters is, however you want to pass the information, let us have it.
Okay, we should have.
Okay. Then about the cyber crime, we spoke so much about cyber bullying, the bullying component. Please, we have laws regulating these things. And I think the basis of that is the cyber crime, the National Cyber Crime Act.
The last one.
We can always leverage on it to address those concerns. And the Nigeria Police, now we have the National Nigeria Police Cyber Crime Center. It's a state-of-the-art facility with highly trained cyber crime investigators in Abuja. You are aware of it? So you could leverage on all those things. Yes, they have. Okay. But for this purpose, you raised a very critical issue about us having that capacity in Lagos. So that's why I said this meeting is very unique to me. The DC State CID will now set up that section as one of the sections in State CID immediately. We get it, and we will help you. I will get the DC Cyber Crime Uche to come and train and set it up for us. So through this, we are now having a cyber crime unit, the investigation unit, just like any other unit. So, I have my own request.
No, pass it to madam.
No, sorry, before you go on, people are saying
Let me ask my own question.
Is there any way we can cut short they say 2 weeks is too long.
For what?
It's just
No, he said the autopsy will be done this week, but that we will convene in 2 weeks.
No.
You don't want us to do a show.
That's no way.
Sorry?
tó ẹ jẹ́ máa kí wa kú àtàárọ̀ nítorí pé ẹni tó fetí ẹ̀ lẹ̀ tó ń gbọ́ tẹni ẹlẹ́ni ká máa kírú wọn kú iṣẹ́ ni Ọlọ́run bá náà ló bá rú wọn gbé tiwọn. tó ẹ kú àtàárọ̀ ẹ kú àfojúsí ẹ kú àfojúrí nítorí pé èyí tá a jọ ń ṣe yìí gangan òun ni wọ́n ń pè ní ojú iṣẹ́. ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti ń gbọ́ láti ọ́fíìsì ẹni tó jẹ́ kọmíṣánná àwọn ọlọ́pàá nípínlẹ̀ Èkó láti àárọ̀ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n la àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kalẹ̀.
Those people that also do not want justice
ẹja tún darapọ̀
and
mọ́ wọn
trigger
náà.
it. Let police get busy. Let the security space get busy. The more you take our attention away, the slower the process of investigation will be. Please appeal to other bodies, other youths that you have met. I have my honor, and I'm assuring you that we'll work with you to deliver justice. Give us that space to do it without creating crisis, violence. We want to go and do. You can, if we just don't want anything that will obstruct the security and then disrupt our. We are talking of.
We're not doing any of that.
We are already talking of 1 week now. When we
will come back 2 weeks time to also visit the CP again. We will visit him again in 2 weeks time. By then we will have gathered enough evidence.
So
and then
encourage.
We'll still put out there the numbers that you feel you've been threatened. You have videos, you have evidence. We'll put out a number there where you can send all this information to. You probably don't have to come. You send it when they see it, and then they need you to come. They will invite you.
And finally, please, no information is worthless. If you have access to any information that will assist us or any of your colleagues, relations, you are on ground, please avail us and let us determine the value in relation to this case. I can assure you, you will be protected. Information, the personality behind it will be protected, and the information. Someday soon, I think we can again gather and say in working together, in working in partnership.
It's not this.
MOHBAD.
Justice for
MOHBAD.
Justice for
MOHBAD.
Justice for
MOHBAD.
Really honored. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, like we were saying that they just told me now that some people are already demonstrating, they are coming, so and they may not be as under.
Sorry, we didn't ask our question. Oh. I did 2 live right.
tó ẹ káàbọ̀ lẹ́yìn atótónu èyí tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ látàárọ̀ látẹnu àwọn ikọ̀ lẹ́yìn tí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó tí ó ṣíwájú wọn lọ sí iwájú ẹni tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá àgbà àti alákòóso àwọn ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó alàgbà Ìdòwú ọwọ́n ń wà ní wọ́n ti jọ ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ láti àárọ̀ nípa ọ̀nà tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbé báwo ni ìṣùgbà ìdájọ́ òdodo lórí ikú Mohbad yìí báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ kẹsẹ̀ járí. Àwọn dọ̀hún wọ́n ṣe àlàálẹ̀ àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ káwọn ìjọba bá wọn fojú wò, ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ kán bá wọn fojú sí, irú ikú wo ló pa ọmọ yìí lọ́nà àbádì, ṣómi tí wọ́n fún mu ní sábẹ́rẹ́ tó gbà ni, àwọn wo ni wọ́n lù lálùkì gan, àwọn wo ni wọ́n ń dúnkokò ẹ̀mí mọ́. Tó gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà ni wọ́n wá làálẹ̀ o, wọ́n béèrè fún ìrànwọ́ ìjọba tá a mọ̀ sí corona inquest, pé kíjọba bá wọn ṣàyẹ̀wò fínífíní lórí ọ̀nà tí ikú ọmọdé yìí tó gbà wáyé, àti pàápàá jùlọ wọ́n mẹ́nubà ọ̀rọ̀ autopsy o, èyí tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe láyẹ̀wò ara fún gbogbo òkú tó bá kú láti mọ kí ni pàtó kí lọ̀rí kí ni wí tó wà nídìí irú ikú tó pa ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀, àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ míì bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, léyìí tí ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ àbálò àbábọ̀ ìlérí àti ọ̀rọ̀ àfidánilójú wípé ẹni nígbàgbọ́ nínú àwọn agbófinró ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó wípé wọ́n ṣe gudugudu méje wọ́n sì ṣe yàyà mẹ́fà, kódà itú méje ìtọ́dẹ máa ń pa nínú igbó wọ́n fẹ́ pa fún gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ikú Mohbad yìí. àmọ́ nǹkan kan náà ni pé kí gbogbo ọmọ ará Èkó yìí tí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún bí nínú kí wọ́n ó bomi sùúrù mu, kí wọ́n má ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún ní wàdùwàdù, kí wọ́n má ṣe pé orí bíbẹ́ náà ni oògùn orí fífọ́, nítorí pé bókun bá bó riri tá a bá wà á riri ó ṣeé ṣe kókun ọ̀hún kó gbé ni lọ láì ní rápadà bọ irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀. tó orí ètò ọ̀hún náà la ṣì wà, àmọ́ a ò ní pẹ́ fi àdàgbà ètò ọ̀rọ̀, àmọ́ bá a bá lọ ó ṣeé ṣe ká padà wá, bá a bá wá padà dé ẹ ní àǹfààní àti pè wọlé láti sọ ohun tó bá jẹ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn tí lórí ètò èyí tá a ṣẹ̀ mú wá fún yín láàárọ̀ yìí. tó Àdìgún lódòdó ìràwọ̀ náà ni mò ń jẹ́ ohun òyípadà, mò ń lọ mò ń padà bọ̀. ẹ̀yin náà ẹ má kó lórí kan ní Wo TV, ẹ ṣáà máa like, ẹ máa share, kẹ́dẹ̀ máa bá mi subscribe títí wá dìgbà míì táwọn jọ fojú rí jú kọ́. ẹ jẹ́ máa kí gbẹ́kú ọ̀rọ̀ ajé ẹ̀kú àtàárọ̀ ẹ sì kó ojú òràn.
Disclaimer: the information provided by the speaker or presenter on the Wo TV platform during this broadcast is for general informational purposes only. All information in this broadcast is provided in good faith. However, we make no representation or warranty of any kind, expressed or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of the information. The broadcaster of the channel may not and cannot be held accountable for the views, opinions, and comments made by callers during this broadcast. Wo TV is a contemporary Nigerian news and entertainment TV program born from the need to fuse the popular indigenous Yoruba culture into the growing entertainment industry of Nigeria and the rest of the world.